Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Real English Talks. We are so ready for this conversation today.
Hello, Gracie. I am truly excited to be here. This is a big one, a huge topic for our listeners.
It is a crucial topic. We are talking about something very important today, money and your work value.
Yes, specifically, how to ask your boss for a raise at work. This can feel scary and difficult for many people.
That is the perfect word, Alex. Many people feel nervous about this meeting, especially when they need to speak English.
Absolutely. They feel nervous because they don't know the simple English phrases or the correct professional tone to use.
Exactly. We are giving you the simple phrases you can steal and use tomorrow. We're making this easy.
We want you to feel confident. We want you to walk into that office feeling strong because you are prepared.
Let's start with the preparation. You cannot just walk in and say, I want more money right now.
That is far too direct. You need a plan. What is the absolute very first step, Gracie?
The first step is to list your achievements. You need concrete examples of your success.
I agree completely. Don't just say, I work hard. Everyone works hard. That is not enough.
Right. You must be specific. You must say, last quarter, I finished 3 major projects early and on budget.
That is a perfect, clear sentence. It uses simple English, but it instantly shows your high value.
I love that phrase, it shows value. You're explaining precisely why you deserve the salary increase.
So the action is, I write down my successes. I write down what I achieved for the company over the last year.
Yes, and you need to look at the numbers if possible. Did you save the company money? Did you improve a process?
Or did you bring in 10 new customers? You need to show that clear, measurable progress.
Let's practice. Let's role play a little bit. Imagine I'm the boss. What do you say, Alex?
Okay, this is the nervous part. I know I need to be polite, but I must also be direct about my intention.
Exactly. Don't start with the request itself. Start with requesting the meeting time.
I would say, hello, boss. Can we schedule 15 minutes next week to discuss my performance review?
That is very professional. It sets a clear time limit, only 15 minutes, and focuses on performance.
I'm learning this from you, and I use the word performance first, not the word salary.
Smart. The goal of the first communication is just to ask for the dedicated conversation time.
And what if the boss says, why? What is this specific meeting about?
You keep your answer simple and professional. You say, I want to discuss my recent achievements and my career path.
That is a great phrase, career path. It sounds serious and important, not desperate.
It does. Now let's fast forward. We're actually in the meeting. How do you start the actual request for the raise?
I start by thanking them immediately. Thank you for meeting with me today, boss. I appreciate your time.
Good manners are essential in professional English. Now the pivot to the money. This is the key moment.
I love working here, and I'm committed to the team and the company's goals.
Great opening. Now you need to inject the key phrase, the reason you're sitting there.
I say, based on my consistent high performance this year, I feel I deserve an increase in my salary.
Excellent. That's much better than just saying, I want a raise. It's formal and polished.
I'm using that specific structure. Based on reason, I feel I deserve result.
That structure is perfect for students to copy and paste. Now let's talk about the specific numbers.
Should I mention a specific number right away? I always feel incredibly nervous about naming a price.
Actually, for me, I think you should mention a specific number. It shows you did your market research.
Really? I'm the complete opposite. I prefer to ask the boss first, what salary range do you see for someone at my level?
See, we are different, and that is okay. My strategy is, I would like my salary to increase to $80,000.
I see the power in that directness. You are setting the high expectation immediately.
Exactly. But if you prefer your way, Alex, you're opening a negotiation and getting information.
Yes, I want them to offer the first number. It often makes the negotiation easier later.
That is smart negotiating. So listeners, you have 2 options. Be direct with your number or open the discussion.
Both options use clear, simple English sentences. That clear communication is the most important part of the meeting.
We are giving you the tools to speak clearly and confidently. You need to use the tools.
Speaking of tools, if you're enjoying these simple English talks and want more, please hit the like button right now.
Yes, take 1 second to click like. It helps other students find our simple English lessons for professional situations.
We want to help everyone feel confident in these tough but necessary conversations.
And don't forget to share this episode with a friend who's also looking for a raise. Spread the knowledge.
Spread the knowledge. Now, Gracie, we talked about the specific request. What if the boss says no to the salary increase?
That is the big question. How do you handle the rejection professionally?
The first rule is do not get emotional. No crying, no arguing, no anger.
Absolutely. You must maintain your professional image. The meeting is not over.
You need to ask why, but not in an aggressive way. Use simple, direct language.
A great phrase is, I understand, but can you tell me what specific areas I need to improve?
Oh, that is a fantastic phrase, because it immediately shifts the focus from the no to a future action plan.
Exactly. You are saying, okay, no money now, but tell me the steps to get the money later.
You're turning a rejection into an opportunity for feedback and growth. That is a power move.
And you're asking for concrete steps. You're not asking for abstract things like be better.
Concrete steps are essential. You need to ask, should I handle bigger projects? Should I complete this new training?
Always ask about measurable results. If they say improve your leadership skills, ask how do we measure that improvement?
If you don't define the success metrics, the goal is impossible to achieve. Everything must be clear.
This is the moment to use the phrase, what is the timeline for this review?
Setting the timeline. You're locking them into a date. That prevents them from saying maybe next year forever.
I recommend asking for a specific review time. Can we review my performance and salary again in 6 months?
6 months is a perfect time frame. It shows commitment and urgency without being pushy.
If they say yes, you have a new goal and a new date. That's a win, even without the immediate raise.
And if they say no, we can't discuss it in 6 months, what do?
That's a red flag. If they refuse to give you a timeline, you must be polite, but you need to think about your next steps.
You can say, thank you for the feedback. I will focus on these areas. I look forward to our next discussion.
Keep it very professional and short. Then you go back to your desk and update your resume immediately.
Oh, wow, that's a brutal but necessary action. If they won't invest in you, someone else will.
Right. Sometimes the best way to get a raise is to get an offer from another company. That's just the reality of the market.
It is often the fastest way. Now, let's talk about the opposite scenario. What if the boss says yes?
The moment they say yes, your mission is almost complete. But don't celebrate too early.
Why? What is the final critical step after they agree to the raise?
Documentation. You must get the new salary and the effective date in writing.
I have heard so many stories where the boss agrees verbally, but nothing changes on the paycheck.
Exactly. You need to say, thank you so much. Can you please confirm the new salary and the starting date in an email?
Use that specific sentence. Confirm the new salary and the starting date in an email. Write that down, listeners.
This is not being rude. This is being professional. All major agreements should be documented.
And you also need to clarify if this raise is a percentage or a specific dollar amount. The number must be clear.
Yes. Is it 10% or is it $5,000 more per year? Know the precise number.
If they agree to the raise, take a deep breath, smile, and say, I appreciate your trust in my work. I'm excited for the future.
End the meeting on a high, positive note. Show gratitude, but also show confidence.
We have covered the preparation, the request, handling the no, and handling the yes. This is a complete guide.
It is, and all using simple, effective English phrases that you can copy and paste into your own conversation.
We want to remind our listeners that practicing these simple sentences is the key to speaking confidently.
Confidence comes from preparation. If you know what to say, you won't freeze when the meeting starts.
Absolutely. If you want more practice conversations like this where we use simple English for big topics, please subscribe to our podcast.
Subscribing means you never miss a lesson, especially the ones that can genuinely help your professional life.
Hit that subscribe button right now. We're ready to move on to the final challenge, Gracie.
The final challenge is applying this information to a specific scenario, right?
Yes, we're going to quickly look at 3 specific achievement phrases you can use to justify your value.
I love it. Giving concrete examples is the best way to convince your boss you deserve the salary increase.
So stay with us because these 3 phrases are pure gold for your next salary negotiation. Okay, let's start with phrase number 1. This is the numbers phrase.
The numbers phrase is always the strongest argument. Bosses love data, not feelings.
Exactly. You need a simple, powerful sentence. I increased X by Y%.
That is a perfect, easy structure. For example, I increased client satisfaction scores by 12%.
That sounds immediate and professional. But what if I don't work in sales or customer service directly?
You can still use it. You can say, I reduced the project delivery time by 20%. That saves the company time and money.
Oh, I see. It's about showing the measurable impact, not just saying you were busy.
Right. I remember one time, early in my career, I didn't have a specific number. I just said I worked harder than anyone.
Oh no, what did your manager say to that vague statement?
He just looked at me and said, everyone works hard, Gracie. Tell me what specific result changed because of your work.
That is a brutal but completely necessary lesson. You must bring the evidence, not the emotion.
It taught me that simple numbers are the strongest phrases you can copy and paste into your negotiation.
Lesson learned. Let's move to phrase number 2, the problem solver phrase.
This is for when you saved the day, right? When something was going terribly wrong and you fixed it.
Precisely. The phrase is short and direct. I successfully resolved the major problem last quarter.
I successfully resolved. I like that clear and confident language. It sounds powerful and final.
Yes, maybe you had a major customer who was threatening to end their contract with the company.
That is high tension. Your achievement was saving that relationship and securing future business.
So you say, I personally managed the Peterson account crisis and secured the contract renewal.
That shows immediate leadership and responsibility, proving you deserve a higher salary level.
I remember last year a huge internal software system went down right before our biggest deadline.
A critical, high-stress moment. How did you include that in your raise discussion?
I mentioned that I stayed until 3 a.m. with the technical team and created a manual temporary backup system.
Wow, you didn't just wait for the IT department. You created an immediate solution for the business continuity.
When I finally asked for my raise, I used that specific example. It was concrete, undeniable evidence of my commitment.
That is a fantastic example of using the problem solver phrase effectively.
Finally, let's discuss phrase number 3, the future value phrase.
This one is about showing growth and potential, correct? Showing you are ready for the next level.
Exactly. The phrase is, I recently launched a new program to improve specific area.
I launched a new program. That shows initiative, even if the final results aren't visible right now.
Think about training or process improvement. I launched a new internal weekly training for the junior designers.
That shows commitment to the company's future, not just your personal tasks. That is key.
It also shows you are capable of stepping into a management or leadership role, which directly requires more pay.
These 3 types of phrases, the numbers, the problem solver, and the initiative, give you a complete picture of your value.
If you use these simple, powerful sentences, your boss cannot argue with your data or your commitment.
They're designed to shut down the vague arguments and focus only on the facts.
Now that we have the preparation and the achievement phrases ready, we need to talk about the most difficult part of the meeting.
Ooh, the actual moment of truth, handling the boss's immediate answer.
Yes, we need simple English phrases for handling the happy yes, and perhaps more importantly, phrases for handling the awkward no.
You have to remain professional in both situations. We cannot lose our composure.
Yes, we need to practice those professional responses right after this short break, including exactly what to say next if they say no today.
You do not want to miss these next few minutes because this is the language that protects your professional relationships.
Don't go anywhere. We have the exact language you need coming up next.
These phrases will help you control the conversation even when the answer is difficult.
We are ready to tackle the yes and no scenarios right now.
Let's start with the best scenario. Your boss says, yes, we agree you deserve a raise.
That is a fantastic moment, but you can't just scream and run out of the office. You need to close professionally.
Right. You must confirm the details immediately and show gratitude.
The first phrase is, "Thank you. I really appreciate this opportunity." Simple and honest.
Then you need to transition immediately to the next practical step. Can we confirm the new salary amount and the effective start date?
That is critical. Never leave the meeting without confirming the numbers and the date. Protect yourself.
Absolutely. Then you can add a sentence about the future. I look forward to contributing even more to the team's success.
That last sentence reinforces your commitment. It shows this raise was a good investment.
It's the perfect way to finish the conversation. Thank them, confirm the logistics, and reaffirm your commitment.
But what if they say no? That's where most people freeze or become defensive.
The no is hard, but it is an opportunity. You must not argue. You must listen and gather information.
The most important first phrase when hearing no is, "I understand. Can you please explain the reasons why this is not possible right now?"
That is powerful because it keeps the conversation focused and professional, shifting the focus to their reasoning.
You must listen carefully to their answer. Are they saying no because of performance or because of the company budget?
That distinction is vital. If it's the company budget, you know the issue is external.
If it's performance, you need to use the next great phrase. What specific areas do I need to improve to earn this raise in the next 6 months?
That sentence turns the rejection into an action plan. You're basically demanding a roadmap for the future.
And you must write down that roadmap. Say, "I am taking notes so I can meet these goals exactly."
That shows you are serious about your career and that you will follow up again in 6 months.
We're running out of time, Alex, but before we wrap up, we need to ask our listeners one important question.
Yes, we want to hear from you. We talked about the 3 key achievement phrases, the numbers, the problem solver, and the initiative. Which of those 3 types of achievements do you think is the strongest argument for a salary increase in your specific job?
Tell us if you think it's the numbers, the problem solver, or the initiative. Leave your comment or message us right now.
We read every single comment, and we love seeing how you apply this simple English to your professional life.
And if you found these simple English phrases useful, remember to share this episode with a friend who is also trying to negotiate their salary.
Sharing helps us reach more people who need these practical English skills. We are so grateful for your support.
We will be back very soon with more essential English conversations for your real life.
Keep practicing these phrases, especially I document everything. And we'll talk to you next time for more real English talks. I think that is the most important part of the whole negotiation. If they say no, you must ask for the map to the yes.
Absolutely. You cannot leave that room without clear, measurable goals for the next 3 or 6 months.
And once you have those goals, Alex, the next step is crucial for English learners.
What is that step? Tell us.
It's simple. Document everything. You must create a tracking document in simple English.
That's great advice. We talked about simple sentences earlier, and here's where they save you time.
Exactly. Do not write complex paragraphs. Write the action, the result, and the date.
For example, I finished Project X. That's good. But better, I finished Project X. Result, 15% increase in efficiency. Date, June 1st.
I love the concrete nature of that. It uses our golden phrase structure, SVO. Simple, powerful.
I review my list every single Friday. It takes me 5 minutes, but it keeps the data fresh in my mind.
Do you use a physical notebook or do you use an online tool for that tracking?
I use a simple spreadsheet. I need to see the numbers clearly and I need to track my progress visually.
I find that using a physical notebook helps me remember the emotional feeling of the achievement.
That's the difference between us. I need the cold, hard data. You need the memory of the victory.
We're different, and that's okay, but the goal is the same. Have the proof ready for the next meeting.
If you have that documentation, your next conversation about a raise will be 100% easier.
It removes the emotion from the request. You're not asking for a favor, you're presenting evidence.
Evidence is a strong word. It makes your request feel professional and based on facts, not just feelings.
I think many people struggle with this because documenting their work feels like bragging or being annoying.
It's not bragging. It's smart professional behavior. You're managing your career, not just doing a job.
So, listeners, remember our reusable phrase, I document everything. Practice saying that phrase this week.
I document everything I do that helps the company. That's the full sentence we want you to steal.
We have covered so much ground today, from the preparation to the specific phrases, and even how to handle the no answer.
We've talked about the 3 key achievement phrases: the numbers, the problem solver, and the initiative.
Which of those 3 types of achievements do you think is the strongest argument for a salary increase in your specific job?
This is the question for our community. We want to know what works in your industry.
Tell us if you think it's the numbers, the problem solver, or the initiative. Leave your comment or message us right now.
We read every single comment, and we love seeing how you apply this simple English to your professional life.
It helps us understand which topics we need to cover next, like follow-up emails maybe.
Yes, if you want a deep dive on professional email etiquette, let us know in the comments below.
And if you found these simple English phrases useful, remember to share this episode with a friend who is also trying to negotiate their salary.
Sharing helps us reach more people who need these practical English skills. We are so grateful for your support.
We love seeing the community grow and hearing about your success stories.
Every time you share, you're helping someone else gain confidence in English, and that's amazing.
We also want to remind you to hit that like button right now if you learned a new phrase today.
The likes and shares help us tremendously to keep creating this high-quality, practical content for you.
And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our next essential conversation. We have so many topics planned.
We will be back very soon with more essential English conversations for your real life.
Keep practicing these phrases, especially I document everything. And we'll talk to you next time for more real English talks.
Wait, Gracie, before we go, I have one last challenge for our listeners.
Ooh, I love a challenge. What is the final question of the day?
We talked about asking for a raise, but I want to know, what is the best professional achievement you've had this year?
Yes, tell us about the project you finished or the major problem you solved for your company. We want to celebrate your success.
Use simple English and one strong phrase we taught you today. Maybe, I deserve this increase because, or I documented everything.
Drop your answer in the comments below this episode. We read every single comment and we use them to plan our future talks.
Seeing your progress and your achievements in the comments is truly the best part of our week. It motivates us to keep going.
Thank you again for spending your time learning with us today. We hope your English felt easy, practical, and useful.
Remember, confidence comes from practice, so keep using these simple, powerful sentences in your real life this week.
We are so grateful for every like, every share, and every subscription. You make this show possible.
We will be back very soon with more essential English conversations for your professional and social life.
Keep practicing those phrases, be confident, and we'll talk to you next time for more Real English Talks.
Bye for now, everyone.
Goodbye.